let's get ready together while I talk to you about how I managed the stress of having brain surgery in 2 weeks while having a 1-year-old baby. She turned 1 a week ago, less than a week ago. She turned 1 4 days ago. And having a husband and just all that stuff, because there's a lot to it. All of my anxiety leading up to this has been about the surgery itself. Our friends and Chris's coworkers were kind enough to set up a GoFundMe for us, which is something Chris or I would never do for ourselves. And that was definitely out of such a place of thoughtfulness and love. And it was definitely considering post-op and post-surgery. Chris's job was consumed by a different company, so all of his PTO was consolidated, and now he has much less PTO than he had before. So if he ends up needing to take more time to help with obviously me and Julia, then he will be able to, but it will be unpaid. And there's just a lot of different factors there that I definitely hadn't considered. They told us about the GoFundMe yesterday, and I think that just made it really real for me that, well, one, that there is going to be an after the surgery, which I'm very thankful for. I do have a brain tumor and I do need brain surgery, and we do need the help. I think the best way to explain it is we were humbled by this gift. It was, you don't ever expect to be the one with a fundraiser for you and your family. And it was, again, so kind, so thoughtful. It is teaching us how to accept help, which is pretty foreign for both of us. That is something I'm gonna miss most. If I really do lose my eyesight on my right side doing my eyeliner, because I won't be able to do that eye with that eye not working. So I really hope that they can preserve it in some way. So the question I'm trying to answer today is, how do I manage the stress of having brain surgery in less than 2 weeks? And often it is not well. I'm still trying to find the right answer to that. A big one for me is music. Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and Que Sera by Hannah Montana. Those two both make me feel very safe, very comforted, like things are just gonna be okay. I'm also trying to get our house prepared just in a cozy way for it to be a place that I can really rest and recover and not be looking around and being like, that project needs to be done, that project needs to be done. Just having it in a way that I can truly just come home and relax. Bottom lashes first always, because as you put it on, you blink and it gets a little base on the top. It's a pro fact of a girl who's only really ever used mascara as her makeup for the last 10 years. More than 10. Started using mascara when I was 12, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 years. Life speeds by, and I'm only 25. Ugh, what a dream. The fact that I just daydream about waking up, I'm very excited to open my eyes. The biggest thing that has helped me with the anxiety and the stress of having brain surgery is looking back at my last experience in the hospital. Okay, that's a lie. Not my last inpatient stay. Looking back at the birth of my daughter, because I was so scared to give birth, and I'm not exaggerating. I cried for 6 hours every day for the week and a half leading up to giving birth because I was just so scared. And I look back at that experience of giving birth, and I understand this is a very different arena we're working in. However, I look back at how kind the nurses were and how much I cherish that hospital stay and how safe I felt and supported and comforted. And really, this is fully on the nurses that delivered Julia, because they were just so kind. I mean, the doctor had a little bit to do with it, but the nurses did the legwork. And all of you guys, truly, I think of you on the daily, and I just tell myself that the new nurses and the new doctor that I'm going to meet for this brain surgery, they're there to take care of me. just like my labor and delivery nurses were. And I think that's probably the biggest one. Like, music is great, breathing is great, preparing my home is great, but the thing that helps the most is thinking back at a positive time in a medical field or a medical environment. And it always comes back to those there's 4 that I had, like, between the 2 days. And they were just the kindest, and they were so excited. I mean, I'm not thinking that the neuro nurses are going to be like hyping me up, but I think that they chose this career to help people and to take care of people, and I'm going to surrender to letting them take care of me. I am not good at asking. Well, I'm getting a lot better at asking for help, but it's something that they chose to be there. They're choosing to help people. That's what they dedicated their careers to. And I'm just going to embrace that. And if you are one of the labor and delivery nurses who helped bring Julia into this world, this is for you. Thank you so much, because yes, we only spent 1 shift or maybe 2 shifts together, but you have impacted my life so deeply beyond giving birth, beyond the L&D floor. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I hadn't just done my makeup, I would definitely let myself cry, but we don't waste product in this house. Honestly, the ER doctors and the oncology doctors that I had in my diagnosis, y'all probably helped, but I have like amnesia from that time. I don't remember being in either place, so my apologies. But for the labor and delivery nurses, you have such a huge piece of my heart, and thank you so very much.